Auburn defensive backs. These are some guys to keep an eye on. Pretty much starters will be.
We saw Cat play.
Yeah,
Aniston.
and Smith too. Sylvester played out here. I got video of him playing it.
Where did he play? High school.
At Munford.
Oh, yes, I remember
Yeah,
him. He was like their do it all, wasn't
he? He was quarterback. He could, bro. He was so
he
hard
was good,
to come.
wasn't he? But I mean, Center didn't have a lot of trouble with them as a team.
No. He was hard to tackle. I mean, he's just that kind of athlete. Mm-hmm. He's one of them that dodge raindrops out there. Yeah. So Auburn starters here. Now this is a check, so I'll give you the checks for the kids here. Check mark for Kanan Lee, 4-star guy. Also check mark for Jerry and Thompson. Bugs, what they call him. So watching for Bug.
Lee and Thompson.
Yeah, and then Sylvester Smith, check mark for him.
He's going to start?
He's on the practice squad. They got him on first team.
Wow.
Keontae Scott, of course, hamstring injury. Champ Anthony, see him over on the list on the bottom right over there. He's a 3-star kid. Mm-hmm. And also Antonio Cott, new boy. Check mark for him. Antonio, 4-star kid. Thompson down there. He's the other starter now, like Louder, J.C. Hart, Terrence Love, Jay Crawford, Robinson, Kayla Wooden, and of course Scott's out. Those are other players there at Auburn. But Auburn fans, that's as of scrimmage that I have been reported to me. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys.
Who was the 5th one? Did you say Cat? Looks like he's going to be a nickelback or something.
Yeah, Lee, Smith, Thompson, Champ Anthony, and Antonio.
That's 2 guys that Cherokee County played against and beat.
Yeah. So that's a look at Auburn fans. Y'all can get a look there at this. Now that was as of their other scrimmage. Now they don't have cameras on. They don't allow. Coach Freeze he don't allow that. There.
Oh, I understand that because he's getting back. You know, he's trying to.
He just don't want all the hubbub.
He don't want all that hubbub.
And this is Alabama's defensive back room now. As of their scrimmage, and I'll talk about Alabama and Auburn scrimmages, and then we'll talk about scrimmages around here.
Okay.
And then we'll get to some other stuff. Alabama D-backs, Dean.
Of course, we know who the supposed best one is.
Right now, of course, Domain Jackson, Mater D. Mm-hmm. The kid from San Jose, the Jones kid, 3-star guy. And then another kid from Mater D, another 5-star. Zabian Brown is playing with a wrist cast or something on, like a brace on his hand. Zay Mincy has been fired up. He is from Daytona Beach area, 5-star kid. He has had a great past 2 scrimmages. Mm-hmm. The Hurley, the kid played he's from Florence, Alabama.
They got a Hurley in there. We got Hurley.
Very good. And Macumba from Clay Central that we know, another 5-star kid. He has, Coach Deboer said he has been on top of the receivers. He's really making it hard for him to catch the ball.
Clay Chalk, freshman.
Super freak athlete.
Yeah.
Keon Sabb, we know he's going to start. He played. We've seen him at the game. He's
going to be a starter.
Yeah. Okay. He's a 4-star kid, transferred from Michigan. And King Mack is a guy we talked about last summer from St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah.
For another 4-star kid. Hadn't heard a lot about him.
Is he going to be a starter?
I don't think so.
Not set in stone. I thought he would. But Sav is.
Yeah. Okay. What's crazy is these 4-star guys from St. Thomas Aquinas can't get on the field at Bama.
I thought he would start.
That just tells you how good this D-back room. Now they're young, but there's no absence for talent. Okay, of course Malachi Moore, played at Trussville. He's
definitely going to start.
Played at Hewitt Trussville, 4-star kid, and the Hubbard kid, he's from Ocean Springs, another 4-star guy. Devontae Smith played at Ammonite, Louisiana, 4-star kid.
Is he?
He's
going to start it.
I hadn't seen a lot about him at these practices. Mostly, it's been Brown and Mincy, and of course Malachi Moore. Jackson has had a fantastic scrimmages. Deshaun Jones, he's a 3-star guy. He's been working some in practice too. So Macumba, Sabb, Malachi Moore, Jackson Jones are probably.
Do you think Jackson and Brown are going to play a lot?
Yeah, Zay Mincy, the kid from Daytona, the 5-star kid. had a really good
But
practice.
the two
also.
definites are Malachi Moore and Sav, right?
Yes, absolutely. And of course Jackson and Zay Mincy.
You got 5 stars there. What I'm fixing to say, what grade are they in?
Well, what both of those guys are talked about a lot. That probably most of the talk I've heard this week is about these two, Mincy and Macumba.
Mhm.
That's a lot of talk about Malachi. He don't really have to get talk. He's out there. He's
been playing a while.
He's your leader.
Yeah.
He's the one probably going to be calling shots.
Oh, Devontae Smith coming back playing DB after he won the Heisman.
Yes.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'd shoot, man. I'd take him.
He'd probably be a good DB.
He'd probably do anything. Those type of guys they're just athletes, man. They're just super athletes.
It seems, and I may have gotten that mixed up. There may be an interesting take on them having another Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
But you have not heard much about him or King Mack.
Him and Red Morgan also is on the list. I didn't put him on that other list. I think I don't know if he was on that one I just showed. Red is that first scrimmage was there's people talking about Red. He put a lot of pressure on one of the kids that went to was it one of the guys that went to Auburn?
Just go.
One of the guys that went to Auburn.
They just like not knowing.
It may have been Kite. I think it was Kite. I think Red at some stuff. I think they felt the room had just got a little tight, and Antonio just I think he decided to go to Auburn. I understand.
It looks like a tough room.
Oh, God,
it looks
man.
like an escape room.
You got guys that I know. I mean, you got guys at St. Thomas Aquinas, King Mack, and I remember covering him. Remember me talking about him?
Yeah, when you transferred from Penn State, right?
He's good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, his high school career is good. Oh, wow, what an addition. And also, while we're talking about this.
It looks like those 5 stars are going to get the time, though, right?
Yeah, mostly. They may come in and out because they're still young. They got to learn the plays.
Yeah.
Ole Miss did get them a running back. They got the kid from Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a weird name.
Dominic Thomas is playing there too, right?
He's at Ole Miss. Yeah. And so the number 1 tailback in Mississippi, I think he's like number 20 in the nation, tailback, Ackland Deer from Mississippi, is waiting to commit to Alabama.
Mm.
And a lot of people feel this is from on 3. Those guys do this more than me. They're out there on the streets. They feel like that he was waiting for him to see where he was going to go because Auburn had been looking at him too. So he went ahead and committed to Ole Miss. So now A.K. Deer, most people feel like he knows now he's for sure going to Bama. So that'll give Bama another 5-star running back for this class, which will be in behind their other tailback. Now the other Henderson kid, remember they've moved him out to receiver at practice.
You talking about Emmanuel?
He's killing it.
Really?
Coach Deboer said he's just been
excellent.
Very surprised.
Obviously.
He's very fast. You can put him in the slot. You can bring him in motion and pitch him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Kendrick Law is just
he's
smoking people.
He's stepping up.
He's making a lot of trouble.
Is he going to be the go-to, you think?
That's right now at scrimmage. That's kind of the way it's been. Looking. That's kind of Auburn and Bama's defensive backs and kind of some scrimmage talk.
I figured
they got going on.
I saw somebody talking the other day. Prentice, Law, the kid from Washington, Bernard.
Yeah.
The main 3.
Yes.
Main 3.
Yes. Number 2 scrimmage for Alabama. Caleb Odom has made some. He's very tall. He's going to be a presence. They kind of list him like a tight end, but they're playing him a lot at downfield receiver
you
stuff.
Think he may be that tight end?
He's tall and he can catch the ball. He may be like a O.J. Howard kind of guy. He can throw in the ball down the field.
Alabama's tight end's back. The Dupree.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, he's back.
Him and so these guys are.
Yeah. Latu's gone, of course.
You're going to have – it's going to be trouble for some teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coach Deboer said they had a hard hitting practice. He said the defensive line has some real run stoppers. Mm-hmm. Their front 3 has played really good this week.
Good.
He said the D-backs are staying on top of the wide receivers. I mentioned Ryan Williams, Hollywood, 17 years old, and he's not even 18 yet. He is contributing, and he's making one-handed catches and dives. And let me make sure I said this right. Him and Kendrick Law will probably be your punt and kick return guys, Alabama fans. That's just what happened in scrimmages because they're the fastest guys on the team.
I was anxious to see who, I don't know, there for Kool-Aid was the best punt returner in the country one year, and the next year He wasn't even the punt returner. He struggled.
Well, he dropped a lot of punts. Had a trouble.
Which is a tough spot. Punt return is tough.
It's very tough.
I wouldn't want to do it.
But him and Kool-Aid, and who's the other guy that went to the NFL?
Dude, they've had so many.
The two in the backfield, the D-backs.
No, wait, don't tell me. Terry and Arnold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Real sweet guy.
Yeah.
Sweet kid. Him and Miss Terry they were close. And Macumba, like I said earlier, doing very well.
Yeah, which that was pretty much.
He ran Wildcat quarterback. Dane, did you watch that game with me? Yeah, you was here. Guys, we watched this guy. Go just look up state championship.
I watched the state championship. You were talking about the Thompson one, right? I watched the state championship.
Macumba, single-handedly beat Thompson. Sorry, guys. I know Seaborn's a great quarterback, and yes, he gets his flowers, but Macumba played Wildcat quarterback. He did not play defense. A lot of those games, they just run Wildcat with this guy, and they beat Thompson.
Yeah.
And they couldn't nobody catch him. He just tired around the end. He's gone.
Like 36, 33, something like that.
Yeah, and they couldn't nobody do nothing with him. Auburn scrimmage from Coach Freeze and Coach Nix. Defensive ends have been playing fast and furious at Auburn. They're happy with some of that. Lewis Coleman and Jackson and Simeons are all players to be on the watch for. Offensive line from Coach Freeze says is not solid. He has some concerns with offensive line. He said they're not solid yet. Lewis, Wade, center is going to be Lou, and then right, and then right tackles Miller, and then Lambert Smith. Auburn fans has turned his ankle or something. Practice, don't freak out, but I think he'll probably be fine. But Lambert Smith, one of your receivers that transferred from
probably out west, wasn't it?
No, he come from Penn State. Thanks for Penn State. So that's Alabama and Auburn news for you.
And I did, but you might find this interesting. Somebody might. Ohio State's third receiver last year is now Penn State's number one. That's how good Ohio State is.
Oh, well, gosh. I mean, you got Mbakwe and that Richard Young. He's like number one receiver in the nation.
Well, see, last year you had Harrison, Igbuka, and him. This Fleming, his name's Julian Fleming.
Fleming, yes.
And he's Penn State's guy. But, I mean, I think he's their guy. He was the third guy at Ohio State.
Well, Mbakwe, he's a different type of football player.
Oh, yeah, he is. Harrison was, too.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Which we'll see a lot from Harrison this year.
So,
in the pros.
That's Alabama-Auburn scrimmage, and we'll do some more